Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. So today guys, I've got another 5 great trade-ups for you guys where you can make some quick and fast profit. So without further ado, let's just get right into the first trade-up. And now, just before we actually get into the first trade-up, I'd like to point out that I am going to give away this AK-47 Searing Rage when I hit 25 followers on Twitch. So there will be a link to my Twitch down in the description, and when we hit 25 followers, I will give that away in my Discord server. So make sure to join my Discord as well, so you won't miss out on the giveaway. Alright, let's move on to the first trade-up. So the first trade-up is actually a quite cheap one today, because I've decided to go for a few cheaper trade-ups and then 1 or 2 bigger, just because I feel like a lot of you guys are on a lower budget, so it'll be perfect to just get some more cheap trade-ups into these videos. But as you can see, you need 9 items from the Spectrum collection, Stat Track with an average float of 0.26, and then you need a Stat Track item from the Fever collection with a float of 0.29. And if you calculate the outcomes, you will see that it costs you $4.35. That's not a lot at all, really. And the best item you can get is probably, Jesus guys, there's so many items in this, huh? It's the Galil AR Crimson Tsunami, which is worth $7.24, which is decent. There's an 18% chance. If you look at it, like, majority of the items where you're gonna profit on, well, all the items that you're gonna profit on actually are in a higher percentage. So the chance of you hitting any of these items are quite low. Of course, if you hit the Desert Eagle, that's still okay. You don't lose a lot of money considering you're only spending less than $5. So this is a super cheap trade-up, which you can just spam it over and over, and yeah, it should be some pretty easy profit. That's it for the first trade-up. Let's just get straight into the second one. So the second trade-up is a mixture of the Radiant collection and the Breakout collection. As you can see, you need 3 factory new items from the Breakout collection. I've gone with the MP7 Urban Hazard with an average float of 0.05, and then you need 7 items from the Radiant collection. And if you guys remember from my $5 to a knife video, the first episode, I actually hit this just in a higher float. I think it was factory new. But yeah, this is a pretty easy trade-up to get. Of course, these might be a little hard to get for this price because it's the Breakout collection and it is quite rare. But let's click calculate outcomes, and as you can see, it's another great trade-up because you're spending $10, which isn't like necessarily that much, but the expected value is $21. And as you can see, it is insane, this trade-up, because I mean, yeah, there's these items which obviously you don't want to hit, but there is a nearly 64% chance, as you can see, 63.6% chance to hit one of these items, one of these 3 items, which they're all worth $30 plus, which is insane. Like, you will literally triple your money in one trade-up if you hit one of these items, obviously without the tax, but you get the point, right? So overall, this trade-up is just amazing for getting profit because there's such a high chance of succeeding, and if you do succeed, it's just there's a 200% profitability. I just realized that this is probably the best trade-up I've ever had on the channel, so I recommend that you guys go out and just get this done. Like, it's a no-brainer to just do it. I want to do it. I'll probably not be able to do it before it's too high in value, but come on guys, you can probably hit this pretty fast. So I recommend you try this out, and if you do try it, if you do try this trade up, leave a comment down below about it, and then I'll give it a heart if you do. So yeah, let's get straight into the third trade up. Now, just before we get into the third trade up, I would like to point out that over 90% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed. So if you guys haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and it'll mean the world to me because it really helps the channel. It keeps motivating to do more videos. That's all I have to say. Let's move straight into the third trade up. So the third trade up is quite interesting. It's 8 items from the Horizon collection, all factory new with an average float of 0.05. It shouldn't be too hard because it's not Stat Track. And then you obviously need 2 items from the Chroma Freak collection with an average float of 0.14. So it's a really high minimal wear item. And if you calculate the items, you'll be able to see that it says, oh, the profit's not that good. But trust me, it isn't that bad because overall, you're not going to lose that much money. Plus, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this Op Haul, which is obviously what you're aiming to hit, is it's the best item. Plus, it's obviously it's the best item. Come on, but I'm pretty sure it's pattern based. So if you hit a really good Op Haul skin, you make some huge profit. Like, you can make upwards of like $60 probably on a good Op Haul skin if it's a good pattern. Overall, there's not much to say about this. It's more like a hit or miss thing. If you don't get that, it's not the end of the world because the other items aren't like that crazy loss. But you really want to hit the Op Haul and then get a good pattern on it and then sell it. So make sure you check the pattern on the Op Haul that you get before you just sell it on, because it could be worth a lot more than you think it is. But that's it for the third trade up. Let's just go straight into the fourth one. Now, just before we get into the fourth trade up, I'd like to say a huge thank you for you guys' support. Like, we have been getting so much views on the videos recently, and it really keeps motivating me to do more videos. So if you guys want more videos like this, just make sure to like and comment down below, and then I'll just keep pumping out videos for you guys, because you guys are such a huge motivation for me doing these videos. So I really appreciate that. All right, let's get on to the trade up. So the fourth and second to final trade up is it's something we've seen a little bit of before. Obviously, it's 7 items from Dust 2 collection. Some of the shop viewers might notice that we've used the Dust 2 collection before, but obviously it's pretty hard to make make profitable trade-ups all the time and not reusing some of the same collections. And then obviously you need 3 items from the Operation Hydra collection with an average float of 0.12. And if we calculate the outcomes, you will be able to see that there is some decent items. Not all are amazing, but again, it's more like a chase collection. So you want to hit the AK-47 Orbit Mark 01, which is worth $92. So that's really great. If you hit this, then it's a loss, but you just need to hit the AK-47 really. And if you hit that, you can do 3 more trade-ups. And like, you know, if you hit it every 3rd time, even though the percentage says you shouldn't, you will literally like be able to infinitely just keep going, right? And then the rest of the items, you can probably use those to trade up for something else, like maybe a covert. So overall, this trade-up is decent. There's not much to say about it. It's just decent. Like it'll do. If you hit the AK-47, that's great. If you don't, then it's tough luck, right? That's it for the 4th trade-up. Let's get into the 5th and final trade-up of this video. So the final trade-up of this video is also the most expensive one. It's quite expensive, but as you can see, you need 5 items from the eSports 2013 collection stat track, minimal wear with an average float of 0.13, and you need 5 items from the Arms Deal collection. This is weapon case 1, by the way, so it might be pretty hard to get. You gotta be fast with this because like people just gonna buy them up instantly, right? But you need them of an average float of 0.26, so obviously field tested. And if you come to calculate outcomes, you will be able to see that it's got a 150% profitability rate, right, and a 60% chance of profiting. So obviously, if you hit this and this, then that's not good at all. But if you hit any of the items from the Arms Deal collection, so obviously the M4 and the USB and the Glock Dragon Tattoo, that's huge profit. Obviously, the Glock Dragon Tattoo being factory new is going to be worth a lot more than these 2 items, of course, because they're minimum wear. If you hit this, you are quite literally quadrupling your money, right? Because it's worth $600 right now. This item, this trade up is $151. So this trade up is insane if you hit the Glock Instant Dragon Tattoo. Now, if I was to do this and I hit the Dragon Tattoo, I wouldn't do any more of them just because I get that you can profit on them, but I feel like the floats compared to the price are just gonna get like super expensive really fast. So obviously, if you have the money for this, try it once, but I wouldn't do it more than once, right? But that's the final trade up of this video, and that's also gonna mark the end of this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.